Yeah, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Hakan, I'm going to take one more only because he's such a sweetheart. I don't want to say no to
I've been told that twice already, so I felt compelled to get up. Hakan Sıkıl, I work for Pfizer. I wanted to make a couple of comments. First off, I worked for 2 small companies before, and in both of those companies, discrimination, what you call sexual harassment, they were completely rampant. Now I work for a company now.
Completely what?
Rampant. They're very, very commonplace, and I think that it started from the top of the company. I think, so the company I work for now, I've been with Pfizer for about almost 19 years. Actually, we do have training that's offered. I think it's pretty effective. And in the 19 years that I've been there, I actually really haven't heard much of sexual harassment per se. Now, there may be discrimination. Of course, these things are difficult to find out as well because they're very quietly dealt with. But what I wanted to say is that I think we need to keep the executive levels of the companies really accountable because you know, things like discrimination, sexual harassment, or behaviors toward that, just like hate and respect, they're actually not in your DNA. They're all learned behaviors. And I think that if that's emphasized at levels that actually really show and make a difference, I think more people will notice that, and they'll actually start going by the rules. And you know, I heard the comment that most men, well, we're talking more about men than women maybe, but that most men are good and decent. The fact is, if that's the case, and I accept that, then we need to focus on the minority. And I think to get rid of that minority is going to take an effort. Now you were saying, you know, what can we do? Well, actually, you are doing it already, right? So this sort of discussion actually brings it to the surface. I think it needs to be a national discussion, you know, beyond this. I also wanted to offer a constructive criticism to one of your panelists. So I heard a comment that, you know, you can't change a man's DNA, but this is really not an issue of the DNA. This is a learned behavior. I think, you know, if you, whether a man has a wife or a daughter, the fact is they all have mothers, right? So this is not it's a learned behavior that I think it's fixable. I think conversations like this will definitely take a big step toward that. But I think it's important for us to be all partners, and as we work as partners, I don't think this is an issue of anybody's genes. I think discrimination is very pervasive, and the way to get rid of it is to do more of what we're doing here.
Thank you so much. Invite our host and organizer back up to the room and for our closing comments. And Pam, thank you so much for the opportunity to help drive tonight's discussion.
And we don't want to change the male DNA, FYI. And if you want to sleep with a guy and you go to his hotel room, yes, dress provocatively.
Anyhow, I wanted to thank our panels, our audience, everybody for being here. And please join us next door because we have tons of food and drinks and everything. Please come over to the reception and mingle with the audience.